Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Since its inception, America was shaped by men and women with the hope of a better future, who carried the hope of freedom in their souls and who were not afraid to work their fingers to the bone for the opportunity to secure their family's future. This great nation continues to attract men and women like this from around the globe who want to give their best to this nation and to build futures here. Like my father and like my husband, I am a daughter of an immigrant father and the wife to an immigrant, to a wonderful man who is also an immigrant from Mexico. My father migrated here in the late 60s in search of a better future like many other immigrants. He worked tirelessly on farms, picking cotton, cabbage, onion, and whatever other vegetable was in season. Today, my father is a successful man owning ranches in Texas while managing his trucking company. My father became successful following the American dream. The story of my father's success is not as pertinent as the one of my husband, probably because I was too young to understand the sacrifices that my father made. My husband Armando was brought here as a young child. He was brought to this great nation along with his siblings, 4 younger sisters. He was the oldest male with his parents. He grew up here in Lansing, in Aurora. He went to high school. He went to prom. He did the normal things that the rest of the students did. However, unlike the students that were beside him, he lived in the shadows. In the shadows with fear of deportation, which became relevant when his father, after many years of living in the United States, was pulled over by a police officer and then deported a week later. His parents were married for over 25 years, and now the family was separated. Leaving his mother to be the sole provider for her 5 children. I would like for us to understand that immigration is not an issue of numbers. Immigration is an issue of human beings. We are dealing with lives. We have spent thousands of dollars on legalizing my husband's immigration status and have been in the immigration proceedings for over 3 years. My husband has never committed a crime. He has paid his taxes since the day that he worked in the United States. Among the ideas that founded America is the belief that all human beings are inherently worthy of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. America's ideas of freedom, liberty, and opportunity will continue to call many to her shores. It is important to our national future, and our tone and our policies must reflect the foundational values. Currently, we have let fear frame the conversation. Fear will quench our progress as a nation. Fear will hinder the practical solutions from being decided. Fear will cause our tone to reject men and women who are eager to invest their talents and their hopes in our society. We must keep our eyes on the infinite worth of people and of families and create solutions that will uphold our view of humanity and the free market system that best promotes human flourishing. Policies that allow for men and women to ganarse la vida, to work for a living, and for employers to meet their labor needs. The majority of immigrants would not risk their lives to endure the cost of illegal immigration if there was a viable legal option that kept pace with the market forces. Hispanics are already poised to represent over 40% of the U.S. job growth from now until the end of the decade. That growth would be greater if we re-evaluated the way we welcome people to this great nation. Immigrants willing to work in the United States contribute greatly to our economy, society, culture. They should remain welcomed here. We need to stay focused on curtailing the big government efforts that threaten to distinguish the very self-reliance and ingenuity that is essential to greater prosperity. My husband values this nation. It is through him that I have become more aware. Excuse me. And more grateful for the blessings of liberty that we enjoy in this country. Immigrants like him understand the uniqueness of this country and the freedoms that are at risk. And in spite of some of the rhetoric that has been thrown around this issue, my husband and my family are committed to giving our all to defend and preserve the values that make this nation great. Thank you.